Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 438, The Lost Recipe, Upper Intermediate. Amelia sighed, staring at the faded yellow piece of paper in her hands. The ink was smudged and blurry, but the handwriting was unmistakably her grandmother's. It was a recipe for her famous apple pie, but the final ingredient was missing. A dash of mystery, a sprinkle of intrigue, and a pinch of, well, something else. Her grandmother, Nana Rose, had passed away a year ago, leaving behind a treasure trove of memories and a kitchen filled with tantalizing aromas. Amelia had always been close to her grandmother, learning her culinary secrets in the warm, cozy kitchen. But this recipe, the one for Nana Rose's legendary apple pie, was the most prized possession, a legacy she wanted to preserve. "Amelia, darling, what are you doing?" her mother, Sarah, asked, peering over her shoulder. "I'm trying to decipher Nana's recipe, but there's a missing ingredient," Amelia explained, showing her the faded paper. "Oh, that," Sarah chuckled. "That's Nana's secret ingredient. She never wrote it down. It was a secret she kept close to her heart." Amelia frowned. "But how can I make the pie without knowing what it is?" "It's not about the ingredient, Amelia," Sarah said gently. "It's about the love and care that Nana put into every pie she made. It was her special touch, her magic." Amelia wasn't convinced. She yearned to replicate the magic, to taste that familiar, comforting flavour that brought back warm memories of her grandmother's kitchen. She decided to try her luck, searching through Nana Rose's old cookbooks, boxes of handwritten notes, and even the family photo albums. She found a faded photograph of Nana Rose standing in her kitchen, a mischievous glint in her eye, holding a small wooden box. A sudden realization struck Amelia. Could that be the missing ingredient? The wooden box was tucked away in a dusty corner of the attic, amongst cobwebs and forgotten treasures. Inside, wrapped in delicate faded lace, was a tiny jar filled with dried lavender flowers. The scent was faint but familiar. Amelia smiled. Nana Rose had always loved the scent of lavender. She used to add a few drops of lavender oil to her cakes and cookies for a settled floral aroma. Could this be the missing ingredient? She decided to give it a try. Carefully, she crushed the dried lavender flowers and added a teaspoon to her pie mixture, along with the other ingredients. The aroma of cinnamon, nutmeg, and apples mingled with the subtle floral fragrance of lavender. As the pie baked, filling the kitchen with a comforting scent, Amelia couldn't shake the feeling that she was missing something. It wasn't just about the ingredients, it was about the love, the passion, the special touch that Nana Rose had poured into her baking. She remembered Nana Rose's words. "Baking is not just about following recipes, Amelia. It's about love, about sharing a piece of your heart with others." Taking a deep breath, Amelia added a final touch. She placed a single lavender flower on top of the pie crust, a simple yet meaningful gesture. As the pie cooled, Amelia took a bite. The familiar, comforting flavour was there, but something felt different. The lavender added a touch of sweetness and a hint of elegance, a subtle yet memorable note. It wasn't just a pie, it was a story, a tribute to her grandmother. It was a piece of her heart, a memory brought back to life. Amelia smiled, knowing that she had captured a piece of Nana Rose's magic. The secret ingredient wasn't just lavender, it was the love and care that Nana Rose had poured into every pie, a legacy that Amelia would cherish and pass on to generations to come. Vocabulary notes: tantalizing, adjective, exciting the senses or making something seem very desirable. Example: her grandmother, Nana Rose, had passed away a year ago, leaving behind a treasure trove of memories and a kitchen filled with tantalizing aromas. Similar words: tempting, alluring, enticing, mouthwatering. Decipher, verb, to understand or interpret something that is difficult to read or understand. Example, I'm trying to decipher Nana's recipe, but there's a missing ingredient, Amelia explained, showing her the faded paper. Similar words, decode, unravel, interpret, translate. Legacy, noun, something that is passed on from one generation to the next. Example, this recipe, the one for Nana Rose's legendary apple pie, was the most prized possession, a legacy she wanted to preserve. Similar words, inheritance, bequest, heritage, tradition. Treasure trove, noun, a large collection of valuable things. Example, her grandmother, Nana Rose, had passed away a year ago, leaving behind a treasure trove of memories and a kitchen filled with tantalizing aromas. Similar words, collection, hoard, cache, storehouse. Yearn, verb, to have a strong desire for something. Example, Amelia yearned to replicate the magic, to taste that familiar, comforting flavor that brought back warm memories of her grandmother's kitchen. Similar words, long, crave, desire, pine. Mischievous, adjective, enjoying playing pranks or behaving in a slightly naughty way. Example, she found a faded photograph of Nana Rose standing in her kitchen, a mischievous glint in her eye holding a small wooden box. Similar words, naughty, playful, impish, roguish. Subtle, adjective, not obvious or easily noticed. Example, Nana Rose had always loved the scent of lavender. She used to add a few drops of lavender oil to her cakes and cookies for a subtle floral aroma. Similar words, delicate, faint, understated, refined. Elegant, adjective, graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. Example, the lavender added a touch of sweetness and a hint of elegance, a subtle yet memorable note. Similar words, refined, sophisticated, classy, stylish. Cherish, verb, to love and protect something very much. Example, it was a piece of her heart, a memory brought back to life. Amelia smiled knowing that she had captured a piece of Nana Rose's magic. The secret ingredient wasn't just lavender, it was the love and care that Nana Rose had poured into every pie, a legacy that Amelia would cherish and pass on to generations to come. Similar words, treasure, value, prize, hold dear. Story written by Gemini 1.5 Flash AI. Image created by Flux Pro, Black Forest Labs AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.